What up, Fly Gang? It's your boy Jimmy the Down, host of Flies on the Wall, and thank y'all for stopping back through at the Fly Trap. Today, we about to get into some terrifying videos from the internet that'll make you rethink your whole reality. So, with no further ado, hit that like, comment, subscribe, that notification bell, so every time I drop a video, you right here with me. Let's go.
Superstar, what the fuck are you
Suspect is Shamsuddin Japoor, which is a 42-year-old real estate agent from Beaumont, Texas. Now, in this marketing video, he states that he's born and raised in Texas, lives in Houston, but there's a few things odd right off the bat that I found.
Born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, and now live in Houston. And I've been here all my life, with the exception of traveling for the military, where I spent 10 years as a human resources specialist and IT specialist.
Why does this video feel like a setup? Because he's giving vital information about his background instead of talking about real estate. Mind you, this is the only video he's posted on his YouTube back in 2020, then completely fell off. Then his real estate license actually expires in 2023 and he doesn't renew it. So this screams sleeper cell to me. Going back to the truck, so that flag that's covered up is an ISIS flag, and allegedly that's who he has allegiance to. Now here where it starts to get really weird. Ford's X account got hacked a few days ago saying all eyes on Gaza, Israel is a terrorist state, free Palestine, and Ford even made a statement saying their account was compromised and they did not make those posts. Then you have an attack with a Ford F-150 Lightning with an ISIS flag. What are the chances? And who could have hacked that Ford X account? Oh, I don't know, maybe a military IT specialist? But it doesn't stop there. This actual car was at the scene of another attack. Can anybody tell me why that same truck was in front of this Cybertruck that blew up in front of Trump Towers in Las Vegas? You can't make this shit up. Now, this Cybertruck pulled up, parked, and then exploded with the driver inside. Now, obviously, they are sending a message to Elon and Trump. And who would willingly pull up just to unalive themselves like this? Sleeper cell. And I find this pretty odd that Elon reposts this on his X account saying this Cybertruck looks like the future. This was a response to this post saying this Cybertruck is on fire and this literally looks like the Cybertruck is exploding. And it doesn't stop there. So you guys, on New Year's, the Empire State Building, the Washington Monument, and the US Capitol get struck by lightning. You mean the same name, this truck, lightning, struck people in New Orleans. Got it. Also, they said that this truck was sitting on a dealership lot on December 14th, then got bought, then got put on Turo, which then he rented. Not to mention that Cybertruck that was in front of Trump Tower was also rented on Turo. Then the Airbnb he rents actually catches on fire and dozens of people had to evacuate. How convenient.
The world is just one big stage. All you got to do is pay attention and you're going to see straight through they smoke and mirrors. Facts.
December 6th, Delta flight from New Orleans to Atlanta. This woman boards her flight. She's in the middle seat. On the window is another woman. She sits down, and then a man comes and sits in the aisle seat. This man, who she says is having a phone conversation wherein he loudly refers to the all-female flight crew as Nazis and strippers and says stuff like, "I dare these Nazis to come tell me to get off my phone." So right away, she's kind of concerned for the flight staff. She says he has a couple of phone conversations where he talks about a myriad of topics. He talks about all the pedophiles in D.C. and how he can't wait for them all to be exposed and taken out. He talks about a recent Doge report from Elon Musk that says only 1% of federal employees show up to work, just spouting a bunch of ridiculous conspiracy theories. But the flight's ready to take off, so he hangs up his phone and he goes to sleep. And that's when the groping starts. She says, while he's asleep, he puts his head on her shoulder and she says, "Hey, stop that," pushes him off. Then he puts his arm around her and she elbows him and says, "Get off me, stop that." Then, in his sleep, he puts up the armrest. And that's when he starts moving his hand to her leg. This photo and the video that I show you wasn't taken by her. It was taken by the woman sitting in the window seat who witnessed this happening and told her, I'm retired FBI. I'm documenting this. That was the time that he slid his hand to her inner thigh and tried to touch her crotch. She elbowed him, told him to fuck off, and all the while he never woke up, never acknowledged her. Now, she didn't let flight crew know because she and the woman in the window agreed that they were afraid that he was dangerous and would harm them. And the woman's like, I'm documenting it. I'm reporting him as soon as we land. So they were just trying to deal with him. And before you come with she shoulda, I woulda, you're not in the situation. You weren't there. You don't know for sure what you would do. So please spare those comments. But then the flight lands. And as they're landing, he wakes up. It's a miracle. And then in those moments, as she's sitting there still processing what has happened, he turns to her. He's never acknowledged her at any point before this. She said, never spoke to her before this. Turns to her and says, I'm sorry. I didn't sleep last night. And I thought you were my wife. And yeah, dude, I noticed your fucking wedding ring. You thought she was your wife. So you know what you did. You know what you were doing. And you were trying to justify it with, I was just sleeping. That's the reason that my one hand's on my dick and the other one is groping you because I thought you were my wife. You fucking piece of shit. She's flustered, she's scared, and she has 20 minutes to catch her connecting flight. So the woman who is sitting at the window says, you go, I'm going to report him. Here's my number. She takes off for her flight. That woman does report him to the flight crew and to the gate attendants. And you know what they say? Should have told us during the flight. Not really anything we can do about it now. Now, I'll give them this. I could see them saying that because the victim is not there, right? But she went on to contact Delta later. You know what Delta said? Should have told her flight crew. They're trained for this. We don't care that you were looking out for their safety and well-being. You should have told them. So now, guess we can't do nothing. She contacted the FBI as well, at the behest of that retired agent. You know what the agent she spoke to said? What were you doing in New Orleans? Why were you there? Not relevant, but I was there for work. Okay, when did you first interact with him? In the airport? Were you guys talking? Were you hanging out? Did you have drinks with him? What did you do to make him think this was okay? What part of this was your fault? Was essentially the takeaway that she got. This is why I have to do this. Because the system, time and again, fails victims, blames victims, gaslights them into thinking that somehow it was their fault because they're just lazy and inept and don't care. And so here we are. This has to happen. This has to make the community rise up and say, no, fuck this. This is unacceptable. So New Orleans or Atlanta, because I don't know where he was coming or going. Take a close look at this. He said things on the phone call, she said, that led her to believe that he's a physician. But I promise someone knows who this guy is. And he has a wife who I'd really, really like to make sure sees what he did when he thought it was her while sleeping. So, someone, do me a favor and tell me who he is.
Yeah, that is unacceptable. Just imagine if that was your mother, your sister, your auntie, somebody near and dear to you, bro. Like, she should have made a scene. I'm pretty sure that it was men on there, some real men that would have at least detained them until they landed. You feel what I'm saying? But it couldn't have been me because he want to touch on people. Oh, we're gonna do some touching. You gonna get some hands put on you. Yeah, that's unacceptable. And another thing is, by her being a retired FBI, why wouldn't you use your authority to, let the crew know and for them to have the authority at the flight gate waiting? You feel me? And she actually have recorded evidence, so that's possibly a lawsuit on the airlines because that's like low key negligence, right? Because he could continue. He's probably continuing this same behavior on other flights. You feel me? So we got to get people like that off of the streets. That's wild to me.
Gen Z, millennials, baby boomers, Gen X, whatever and whoever you are, we're doomed. Why aren't we speaking about the blatant, continuous corruption happening in our faces on camera in our phones from our own nation leading into 2025. I've always thought to myself, why do I always see this lady going viral on my socials, being targeted, silenced, canceled, and even forced out of her own country? But that's exactly when it started to click for me. Just watch this next clip very close because they don't want us to know any of this stuff and they won't tell us this anywhere else.
The problem there is that if you figure out a way to help patients heal, and that way doesn't include a pill or a surgery, then the hospital and the doctor are in big trouble. Because if you figure out a way to help people heal and you can't charge them for it, well, then you've just worked yourself out of a job.
And it doesn't even stop there. They actively try to hide information from us that can easily improve all of our lives on our own. Just listen to what she has to say.
So the very act of banning me in Australia has actually caused me to explode worldwide in ways that I never dreamt about. Yeah, the sustained me principles, the S, and they're all illustrated here. We've put the laws of health into an acronym in the book. I started at the head and I go down. I look at the eyes, I look at the ears, I look at the respiratory, the chest, I looked at the stomach, and I I go down the whole body. And so it really is a handbook on natural remedies. So I wanted to create a book that people could have in their home, and if they get an ache or a pain or a cough or a cold, they can look up.
She was speaking about this book, her new book, Sustain Me, that informs and teaches people how to make their own home remedies on their own. I'm telling y'all now, once you get this book, just be ready. You're gonna feel like you never have to settle for the man-made, manufactured, mainstream BS prescriptions that they have out there for us right now, ever again. It's literally like having your grandma's old kitchen cabinet at the tip of your fingers. And that is exactly why they want to continue to ban and cancel anyone or anything like this book that has the power to heal from the root cause. Things like this, and even this. All things they just can't afford for us to learn. Which is why I highly recommend that you guys equip yourself with the right information before they ban and take this book down also, because you never know when you're going to need it. There's already a bunch of fakes of this book, so I'm going to link the one that I got, which is the correct link right over here in the corner of your screen. You just need to make sure to grab yours ASAP before they take this book down. Link below.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
I started prostitution when I was 7 years old. My mother was and she tutored me out to men that were child. I had a very traumatizing childhood, but it just made me the strong person I am today.
I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay.
At 7 years old, and then you just continued it?
Yeah, I just continued. It was my life for survival, more or less.
Did you get molested by your parents at all?
I knew my mom, but I never met my dad. I don't even think she knew him. I got 7 brothers and sisters, and we're all from different dads. My mom was a prostitute and got me into at the age of 7. And from there on, I continued.
Yeah, and you've been doing it for 40 years.
Just
I'm sorry,
about.
50 years.
Almost. Well, I'm 57 now,
So yeah, almost 50 years. You dropped out of school because?
My mom was a and CPS was after her, and we were moving from motel to hotel to her dates, her trips, houses or apartments or sometimes abandoned buildings. We were always on the run. She never stayed in one place too long or shooting galleries.
Did you have any positive memories from childhood at all?
Not really, no. Yeah, when I was in the hospital for 18 months, my mom me over the balcony, the 3rd floor balcony in New York, because all my teeth were abscessed and infected at the age of 10. They had to do emergency surgery because I almost died from the infection. I was 9 years old, in fact, almost 10, and she was trying to get her arm, and I was screaming, crying from the pain of my mouth being so swollen and infected. And she flipped me over the 3rd floor balcony and broke my back. I spent 18 months in the hospital.
I'm sorry.
And from there, I went to foster home, to group homes, kept running away, still looking for my mama.
And you were in these foster homes, and none of them encouraged you to go to school or enrolled you in anything?
I didn't stay long enough. I kept running away to the streets looking for my mom.
And where was your mom?
Yeah.
Did she pass away or is she still alive?
She got killed when I was 12.
By who?
They blamed it on her pimp.
And you never knew your dad?
No.
How about kids? Do you have kids or other family you talk to?
Yeah, I have 4 kids,
Okay.
but my only son got killed in a drive-by shooting when he was 2.5 months old in California, Sunset and La Brea. I got shot, and his dad also got killed. He was holding him. It was gang-related.
Yeah.
It was just a drive-by. But, yeah, I have 3 daughters, and to be honest, I gave them up for adoption. Not that I didn't love them, not that I didn't want them, but I wanted them to have a chance in life, something I never had. And I didn't want to bring them into the life that my mom brought me.
Wow, that was kind of heavy there, Shit. Just when you think you doing bad, it's always somebody out there doing way worse. So count your blessings, you feel me? For real, for real.
So we're in the cells or whatever, in the dorm. Some people in the cells, some people in the day room. And there was like some weird fucking knock on the window. And I asked my boy, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? He's like, oh, just watch. And I'm like, okay. So they bring this dude in. And from the moment I seen him, this dude reeked of chomo, bro. Like, it was bad. Like, he had those fucking wire glasses. He had like a patch of hair. He was super scrawny. Like, he just looked not good. And they ended up putting him in a cell with this dude, Boone. Now, Boone is serving like 7 life sentences. And he's also huge and black and never talks. And so he goes, he puts his stuff down in the cell. He comes out, he's sitting in the day room. That night, everybody goes into lockdown. And I forgot to tell you, the knock was to let us know that they were bringing in a chomo. That's what I wanted to let you know. So we're in our cells and shit, and at like 3, 4 in the morning, we hear scream. Like, I've never heard a man scream like this in my life. And like, you hear screaming for like 5 minutes, and then you hear like gurgling, and then like everything completely stops. And a couple minutes after that, all the corporals, all the sergeants, everybody comes in. Everybody get the fuck out your cells. Don't put nothing on. Come out in your boxers, blah, blah, blah. So we all come out, and I looked, Boone's cell was like 3 or 4 cells down from mine. And I look on the ground and I just see like a pool of blood like coming outside his door. So I'm like, God damn, what the fuck happened in there? So they're telling Boone to come out. They're like, come out your cell, Jones. Come out your cell, Jones. He comes out, and from the blood on the floor, I'm thinking he's going to walk out and be covered in blood. He comes out, all white, crispy, clean boxers on, no blood on him, nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I was like, I wanted to see what the fuck happened in there. And my boy's like, bro, don't do it. Because whatever's in there, it's going to fuck you up. And I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to do it anyway. So I went and I looked, and Boone had this guy, like, you know how bunks are. They got the metal bunk on top. They got the metal bunk on the bottom. Our bunks had holes in them. Boone tied a sheet to hang this kid with his feet up, and like his dick was cut off.
Holy shit.
And then from that moment, I just was like, I've been fucked up ever since from that shit. Like, my wife will tell you this. When we first got together, dude, I was waking up screaming. I was waking up sweating. I was waking up all types of fucked up, bro.
What happened to him, to Boone?
Boone?
Yeah.
They just keep shipping him around prisons. They can't do anything.
And the Chomo, did he survive?
Nah, he's dead.
Wow, that got real heavy. Like, ooh, shit, I thought that last one was something. But do you think the staff put him in there on purpose, just because of what he was in there for? Because they knew that 7-time lifer was going to handle the business? That is wild. That was a crazy story, though. Drop it down in the comments. Tell me what you think about that one.
I know that the police kill 3 people every day, and last year was
Where did you hear this?
the last year was the deadliest. You just littered, sir.
Where?
Sir, wait, you just threw your.
Mind your own business.
That is my business. Go pick up those gloves.
Partner, we got a
Wait,
cleaning crew.
no, that's disgusting.
Hey, partner, we got a
Wait,
cleaning
he
crew.
just threw those gloves
Are
in
you
there.
gonna listen to me? We got a
I'm
cleaning
gonna ask him to pick those gloves up.
We got a cleaning crew's gonna come and clean all this up.
I can't believe I'm gonna go have to pick up this guy's gloves.
No, you're not.
Gettinger, can I have a card?
Are you gonna pick up all the trash?
No, I'm gonna pick up the gloves. Can I have your badge number and card? Can I have your badge number and card?
Here's my card.
I want his badge number and card. You didn't just litter.
He works for me.
I'm gonna file a complaint and I would like his badge number and card. Could you give me a badge number and card, sir?
My name's right here. Hey, let's step out of the way.
He just threw his gloves in here. This is disgusting.
You got too much time on your hands. You know that?
No, man. You should get a ticket.
Yeah.
Are both of them gone?
What do you deserve?
Are both of them gone?
Right here.
Good. Good. Throw it in the trash.
Right on.
Shame on you. He made a mistake, right, sir? He shouldn't have littered. The excuse of a cleaning crew coming up, that's not enough to just start littering. I can't throw this in the fucking curb and just say that a cleaning crew's gonna come. What kind of horse shit is that?
Partner, I've got more mess than those gloves to worry about.
What he did was wrong. Why can't you just acknowledge that? That's the problem with the people who wear your uniform. You have no idea how to say that someone who wears your uniform did wrong. He just littered. If I did it, I'd have a $1,000 fine. Shame on you for telling it. Did he do something wrong? Did he?
No.
Oh, get out of here.
You see how quick he was ready to lie for his colleague over something so small. So just imagine all of the big stuff that they done swept up under the rug.
I'm voting for the man that's going to take America back, baby. Donald J. Trump, man.
What's one of your biggest issues?
It's probably going to be inflation, because I sell T-shirts and all that stuff.
Your T-shirts are made in the USA?
No, my blanks, no. See, that's the thing Trump's talking about. If we tax them, hit tariffs, the same item they're making over there will cost the same to make over here.
We pay the tariffs.
Well, the companies pay the tariffs, not us.
China doesn't pay the tariffs. We do when they come in.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Like if I'm buying 1,000 shirts from China and there's a tariff on it, I'm paying the tariff.
Well, no, whoever's getting it imported in is going to pay the tariffs.
Yeah. I'm the business owner. I'm paying the tariff. China doesn't pay it. I pay for it.
Well,
like if I'm the business owner and I buy 1,000 shirts,
I see what you're saying.
China's not Jolly. So I'm trying to explain.
Who pays the tariff? They're paying the tariff.
Do you think that? You believe that?
I was trying to say, because I sell merch as well.
I sell you something for $10, right? You're going to sell it to him for $20.
Exactly.
But then I make you pay me $15 for it. Are you still going to sell it to him for $20?
Am I going to sell it to him for $20?
If I raise the price $5.
Oh, it's going to have to go up.
Right. So
yeah, the consumer foots the bill.
Have a good day.
I'm going to let my TikTok friend tell him he don't know the meaning of tariffs. Please.
Who doesn't know what a tariff is? As always, I'll do it myself. Walking around telling people what a tariff is when he has no idea what a tariff is. Pay attention. Tariff. Are you ready? Do you have paper out? Let's go. Very simply, a tariff is a tax. Republicans didn't like those things. On imported goods that are coming into your country from another country. Goods. With me so far, Donald? Exhausting is what it is, teaching all the TikTok. All right, let's say there's a 3% tariff on iPhones. With me so far? Follow me. This 3% tax is by the U.S. government. They are putting this tax on iPhones. So let's say our iPhones are getting made in, I don't know, China. The 3% tax is not being pushed to China. China is not paying the import tax. Chinese businesses are not paying the tariffs. Are you with me so far? Smart people get it. It's the 3% tariff, the tax, actually goes to the business in the United States that is importing, bringing in the iPhones. So the tax, not on China, but on the US business bringing in the merchandise. Denying this is denying all reality. Now, the 3% tax on the US business, or Canadian if we're talking about Canada, actually gets put on their merchandise. Do you think, A, the business absorbs the cost and they take less of a profit? Or B, do you think they pass this cost off to the customer and increase the cost of the iPhone? You didn't say B. I really don't think you have any hope of understanding anything ever. So as tariffs go up, the cost of the product to the consumer goes up. China doesn't pay, the business doesn't pay, and Trump doesn't pay. Now, if the argument is they're going to raise tariffs to force manufacturing to come back to the United States of America so they can increase manufacturing on US soil, fine. However, costs are going to go up because there's a reason manufacturers left the United States in the first place: to get cheap labor, no environmental regulations, no health and safety protection for the worker. The only way to bring this back to the United States and watch costs go down is to break unions, lower wages, ignore environmental regulation, and ignore health and safety. If you think that's for the worker, again, I can't help you.
I love white people, but I don't like Donald Trump. The devil don't never give it to you in the intro. The devil gonna take his time with you. He gonna milk you in. Then he gonna flash on you. Nigga, you didn't know I was him?
Ah, man.
That's what he did. He didn't know he was gonna win. He was gonna keep being what he was.
Yeah.
And then when he won, he had to do, you know what? America's based on racism. Let's not get it fucked up. He ain't making the rules. He's their token guy. He's the one that maintains stability. Got this nigga out the White House and put some more white shit back up in here the way the shit was supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? And that's what the fuck the brainwash was, as opposed to, hold on, Obama trained the thought of we can all work together. So whoever's the next president, there's not going to be as much racism. And we've gotten over the gay phobia. We've gotten over the this phobia and this. But this nigga then came back and reinsured all of it all over again.
Yeah.
You got the Russian scandal.
Yeah.
You got the fact that it was a nigga in office for 8 years, eating barbecue, basketballing, doing all kinds of just cool shit.
Yeah.
So they like, you making white America black. Look at what it looked like now. When we were kids, no white kids wanted to be black. None of them. Now, so what do you think that's doing to their people up top? It's a brainwash. You get what I'm saying? So we got to restore order. Because in a minute, they going to be politicians. And if they acting like niggas, then they going to be looking out for niggas.
Yeah, it's a harsh reality, but hey, Snoop Dogg, dead on point with that one. But it's inevitable, bro. It's only a matter of time before the tables turn.
The black Republicans that were campaigning for Donald Trump, man. Wow, they had no black jobs for you. No black jobs. His whole goon squad, I call it a goon squad because Trump is a gangbanger. He's gangbanging right now. So he got a bunch of gangbangers coming on. Okay. He got a spot for a brown man, Vivek Ramaswamy. You know, Vivek, this country is not racist. Yeah, got him. He's on there, but that's it. No black jobs. Tim Soft Shoe Scott, you was tapping your ass off, boy. You was, yeah. You didn't get a damn thing. All you got was worn out tap shoes. And Byron Coon Donalds, whoo, you got to be the worst. You know, going to the barbershops, talking that sellout shit. Yeah, talking about slavery was a boy. Didn't have a job for you either. Wesley Hunt, John James, Burgess Owens. Boy, something about that Owens last name. Yeah, all you. Y'all did all that work for no reason. You tapped your ass off and nothing happened. I don't know what to say, but I know probably Trump has something to say, huh? I just want to say that we didn't have any black jobs. I promised black jobs. A lot of people say, oh, you didn't hire them. You didn't hire them. Yes, I did. There's plenty of black jobs. Tim Scott, Byron Donalds, you did such a great job. I love my blacks. They're so wonderful. But we have plenty of jobs. When I said black jobs, I meant black jobs from the past. So we have floors to be cleaned, windows to be wiped, we have dishes to be washed. It's called the White House. It's not called the Black House. It's called the White House. So we're going to keep it very white because you're going to clean everything, I tell you. You can hate Donald all you want. You can hate him, but he was brilliant. He was very brilliant. He tricked us, just like white folks always tricking black folks to get us to do stuff. He really did a good job on these Negroes, and they deserved it. That's right. No goddamn black jobs for you, but you got jobs now because you're going to be slaves. You got your nigga wake-up call. Mr. Tim Scott, didn't they used to call you Spit Shine Timmy? No, I swear to God, this guy right here, he would shine your shoes. Best shoe shine boy I've ever seen in my life. He'd shine your shoes and make your shoes look like mirrors. I swear to God, this guy was amazing. Now go get your fucking shine box. Yeah, you niggas thought you was moving up. Shit. You was moving up his ass.
Well, that's it for this one. Hope y'all like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you're right here with me. Appreciate everybody. Thank y'all. To the next video. Peace.